at you, I know it's alright. You read my mind, but I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe 'cause I want you. Here with me, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy for love. I don't need another love. Yeah. We do this every day. We do this love for life. You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine. But I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe 'cause I want you. Here with me, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy for love.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to show number 81, the Triple C, the Clubhouse Chaotic Chat on your Sunday night. We are your mainstay at 6 o'clock every Sunday night, getting to know those amazing people from the community. And tonight, we the epitome of amazing people from the community with our guest, and we're excited to talk about in the chat coming from the west coast of Ohio, which is cold and snowy and ice barren and all kind of stuff. I think it's kind of just like being on Hoth. It's Monorail Mollie coming to us from Virginia, which I don't know what goes on in Virginia. I know that you've got the president's house and all kinds of stuff down there close to it. But it's Angela Minter coming in. Canada is being let alert. She's got moose outside of her house. How many mooses? If it's multiple moose, are they meese? It's Tina Marie, everybody, and coming in from right down the street, who never brings me any soft serve ice cream. Stephanie Kiel, where it's 70 degrees, and Sully and I could both use ice cream tonight. I don't get any of it. It's the live show. It is our guest coming in tonight with the amazing Triple C ladies. Please do me a favor. If you're brand new tonight, hit that like button, help us out. Let's get over 100 likes. Hit that subscribe if you're new to not miss any of this amazing interview content that they do. And if you're watching the replay, we encourage comments left on the videos. What'd you think about it? Who'd you like to see? All that kind of stuff. Leave us a comment. We would love to chat with you. Ladies, hello. Welcome in.
Hey.
Hi.
I'm excited about tonight. We've got another time where I'm sitting here and I look over, and right now, everybody said to me when we started this show, you got to go out and you've got to get these major creators if you want to have people come in. And I said, no, you don't. All you got to do is go get amazing people, and people will come. And once again, here we are with almost 90 people in with another fun, amazing person from our community. So I'm excited. So this should be a lot of fun. Yes, I can't do that with two hands, Angela. I only got one. I can do that, I guess. Miss Minter, how are you?
She's muted.
I had a fabulous early week.
Awesome.
And did some traveling, and now I'm back home.
Awesome. You're ready to go. And the cats are okay?
I'm ready to roll. The cats are fine. Cats were having fun at Grandma's house.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
They like their days off from you too, I think. You know, they get to go play with Grandma. So works out good.
Yeah, and then I had Snuggles this morning, and it was all fine.
Oh, okay. Well, now we're good. Miss Kiel, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm wonderful. All ready for another great show?
I am. I didn't know that is Opie's back open so I can bring you some soft serve ice cream?
I think when's Memorial Day weekend?
Not till the end of May.
I think maybe it's that. I don't know. I'll have to ask Preston.
All right. Well, you'll have to give me a list of places that have soft serve. So
Yeah, well, Preston told me yesterday. By the way, Dad, I'll be finishing my driving hours this week. Next week, you can put me on the insurance by myself, and I can go drive and get you Opies. And my heart went into my stomach. So
your baby.
That's a story for another day. I did up the umbrella insurance, so we're good to go there.
That's good.
How are things in Canada? Hey.
I have to say this every single time. I'm not in Canada. Close, but I'm not in Canada. Things where I currently am are okay.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Glad you're here. Thank you. Tina's working on all the names tonight. We'll be getting to her in just a minute. Miss Jen, how are you? The frozen tundra of Western Ohio.
So I'm not in Western Ohio.
Oh.
I'm not on the west coast of the country. I am in Ohio on the north coast of Ohio. It is not the tundra.
Oh.
It is not snowy. It's actually 66 degrees today. Thank you very much.
I was given a lot of wrong information from Paul Engel. Sorry. That was my source.
Paul Engel gave you that information?
He's my source. So there you go. Hey, real quick, before we get rolling on our questions and everybody, I want to do something real quick. I just want to give a little something to everybody. We got 90 amazing people in here. A lot of you guys have been coming in every week and checking out our streams, and we really appreciate it. We're going to unveil something next week, and I am really excited about it. Here, we'll talk more about it at the beginning of next week's show or the end of next week's show. But first, before I do that real quick, I do want to thank Katie Y for her amazing logo help with all she's done with all the logos that we use that we're still using. I also want to thank Chris Dabuels, who helped make our first initial openings for our show. Next week, we're going to unveil a new opening. I'm going to give a little tease tonight. I was told I couldn't do it, which is why I'm doing it. So here we go. Quick. You shake your head all you want, but I have control right now until you take it over again. So let me go down here and pull it up. This is our quick tease. It's a quick look into what's coming next week. I'm telling you, it's fast. Ready? Here we go. That's all I'm going to share. Brand new opening coming next week. That's all I'm going to share. I'm keeping the rest of it. So it is a tease.
It's like a quick flash, like,
Yes. I've wanted to flash people all my life and never been able, and I finally been able to. So I'm pretty excited about that. So, it'll be good stuff. So
Pete,
more
you just need a shirt with some snaps on it. Then you can do it anytime you want.
Don't give me ideas. Let's get to the chat. We got a lot of people to say hello to. Miss Tina Marie, can you help us out today with the chat and say hello?
Yes. We have a lot of active chatters today. Thank you guys for being here. I want to give a shout out to the Ninja Watchers and the Silent Watchers as well. But I want to welcome in the chat. So first up, we've got Miss Julie McCowan. Welcome in. George S. Cook, Miss Mama D. Debbie Bernfeld, Vicky Gillespie, Paul Engel, Italian, Spaceship Bears, Cakes 2112, Lily's Life Dad, Ellie, Lily's Life, Katie Y, Rob, aka UK Diz Dad, Zippity Doo Dog. There goes my voice. Jan S. Disney. I see chat is flying, you guys. Oh my goodness. Angela Minta, Aliens Wear Green Hats, Mandy Mary, Theo Sam Eagle, Maren Memphis, Plymouth Rock, Regina Erie, Stacy D, Tigger Fan. Gosh, I hope I got her whole name. I'm sorry, Stacy. Yes, I did. Woo! Jill Walkbritt, Stephanie Kiel, Jason Thibodeau, Shelby Spring, Alex Miller, Home Candy S, Home Candies, however you decide to say it. Hey, Candy Girl. The other Candy Girl, Candy Mom 15, Miss Monorail Mollie, Surfer Girl 326, Gloria Thibodeau, Surf Bomb John, Coasty with a bunch of zeros, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, Abby Luger, I hope I
Luger.
Luger.
That's my daughter.
That's right. I forgot about that. How do I keep forgetting that? Renee A, CA, Stephen Rocky Singleton, Movie Mania Nick, Cruise and Theme Park Guide, Pete. I was going to say Pinar. Oh boy. Jennifer Caruso, Jonathan Chong, Chris S, A Bouncing Journey April, Tiki Man Fan, Ryan Rowe, Jay, Mark Lagenkamp, AGC Magic TV, Ruda Girl, and I know more names came in, and I'm just gonna get you guys on the second round so I can go write them down so I don't miss anybody.
You did a fantastic job. When you get that
That
many
was a
people
lot
coming,
of
the
names.
chat's bumping like that, that's a fantastic job. Great job,
You
Tina.
guys are incredible.
All right, well, let's get into it. Let's talk real quick about last week's show. We had a fantastic show. Jen, tell us all about it.
Yeah, last week's show was amazing. Currently it has over 900 views. So that goes to show you what a great show that was. Here are some highlights. It was such a pleasure sitting down and talking with our guest Chris from Ear to Ear Magic. He shared a genuine look into his life with both humor and sincerity, and we're grateful for the stories, the laughs, and the heart behind it all.
Yeah.
He was truly heartwarming to hear about the importance of family in his social media journey, the roles they've played, the support they've given, and the incredible memories that they've created together along the way. Chris's success as a YouTube creator with over 30,000 followers is an incredibly passionate and loyal Magic Crew community.
Yep.
Speaks volumes. With that kind of support and dedication, the 100,000 subscriber milestone isn't just a dream, it's truly an attainable goal. It was great to learn about Chris's passion for the Run Disney community and the amazing efforts behind the Ear to Ear Magic Crew events. On top of that, hearing about the quantifiable success that he and Susan have achieved as travel agents was truly inspiring, a testament to their dedication and love for what they do. Oh, and we cannot forget Chris's beverage of the week. It was the Tipsy Ducks in Love. The drink, you can find it at the Joy of Tea cart in the China Pavilion in the World Showcase at Epcot. So, mods, if you can please drop the links from the last show. In case you missed it, go on back and watch. And then, as always, I encourage everyone to leave a comment on the shows with their thoughts, because you never know, we're going to surprise you with a prize.
I love that. Jen, if I could just intervene for 1 second. I know you were getting ready to go to our next, but Mark Langenkamp blessed the channel with 5 gifted memberships, and he's been supporting for 13 months. And he just sent me another box for the meetup with some incredible stuff in there as well. There is, ladies, there is an amazing Minnie Mouse pocketbook in there. So he just keeps blessing us and blessing, and I can't wait to hang out with him coming up here in August. So thank you, Mark, for your generosity and everything tonight. Jen, where are we going?
We're going to Steph.
Okay, Steph.
Hello. Here we are. So we're going to talk about who we've got on tonight. Tonight is super special, and our guest this week is loyal and passionate, and she is a supporter of many, many creators in our community. We can't wait to shine the spotlight on her story. Joining us, our guest, who is an amazing moderator and is highly respected across many of the channels she supports. Her dedication and positivity have made her a valued part of our community.
Awesome.
Next page. When she's in the chats and actively participating, she brings a wonderful sense of humor that sparks fun interactions and keeps the viewers engaged and entertained. Last week, her channel hit an exciting milestone, reaching 100 subscribers, woohoo! Which means now she has the ability to secure her channel name, her custom channel name, that is, and she is willing. Oh, I don't know. Is she really going to plan a new video coming out for that? Something about dancing? I don't know. We'll have to ask her about that when she comes in. At any rate, joining us shortly will be our community's well-known friend, Dame Distopia.
Dame Distopia coming up very shortly. I'm excited about that. Before I do some questions, Tina, I know you probably got another long list.
Yeah, we had some incredible friends coming in on the second round. We had Mr. Tim Rumpel, Jacob Farnsworth, I hope I said that right, Patrick Julian, Adventures Beyond Adversity, Rob Law, Diane, Jen, Lily's mom, and Molly's mom, and I think that's it. I don't think anybody came in.
All the moms are here. That's a good thing. We are blessed with that in the community as well. So, all right, let's get in. I like to always do some fun questions as we go through, and I think I have some good ones tonight. So, Miss Minter, I'm going to start with you. In your opinion, What is the best cult classic movie?
At first, I was thinking I gotta go with a good musical, which would be Grease. But then another movie popped in my head
Okay.
that's even better. I'm gonna have to go with The Breakfast Club.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mhm.
That's a great one, actually.
Yeah.
That's a great one. So that's still
Mhm.
timeless now. It's amazing. If you think about it.
Exactly. It's
100
a great one for all generations. So
Absolutely. I encourage everybody to go see that.
yeah.
If you're younger and haven't seen it, go check that out. Go check that out.
Mhm.
Okay, good call. All right, Steph,
Yes.
what season could you live in all year long?
So fall. Definitely fall.
Fall?
I like the cool, crisp mornings, and I like it getting warmer in the afternoon. I like the smell of the leaves, and when you're carving a pumpkin, the whole smell of a fire outside. Controlled fire, and
Nice.
yeah.
Okay, that's a good answer. I like that. Good
Thanks.
answer. I like fall too. Okay. Jen, if there was a theme song for your life, what would it be and why?
There's so many choices depending on the day. But if I
Okay.
had to pick one for like overall, I'm going to go with Jesus Take the Wheel.
Jesus Take the Wheel. Okay. That's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
great song.
Because no
great
matter
song.
if it's a good day or a bad day, you need them. You
I
need
love
them to
it.
get you through the day.
I love it. I love it. Hey, I just want to throw a quick shout out while we're here. Our friend Daily Fast Pass is coming in. And I love it when other creators come in to support you guys on the show. And he's doing a great job with all of his streams down in Florida. So I know, Tina, that's your thing. But I just want a quick highlight when the creator comes in like that. That's awesome. Thank you for joining us tonight. All right, let's get into the fun part of bringing our guest in. And I can turn the show over to the ladies tonight. We're lucky and blessed when we get to meet people in the community that bring a smile to your face because of their support, because of their personality. She's a matriarch of their family, a proud mom. They've had great success. To quote, I have to quote Kelly and Mama because I promised them that I would. They said, "quote unquote," "you're interviewing one of the good ones this week," and I said, "Yeah, I know that." I said, I consider it lucky that she follows my channel as well. Ladies and gentlemen, coming in for the first time with the Triple C's, Miss Dame Dystopia. Hello.
Sorry, I tried.
We're going to get you into the right spot there.
Okay.
Welcome in. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Thank you for having me.
I was told by my people that I am. Did I skip Tina's question? I did.
Nope. You leave
Yep.
it right now. So who is Dave?
Oh,
I
sweet
need
Jesus.
to go back. Don't leave Tina out.
No,
Thank you.
No.
Yes. Dame Dystopia and I had this planned. She actually wants to see your answer to this question.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Uh,
Actually,
Tina?
I want to hear her answer. So
You'll get to ask her later, but she wants to hear yours.
I yield my time to her when the time comes.
There's no yielding today. I'm using my preferential power. Tina,
Go get my gavel.
Tina, get my gavel. Oh hell, yeah, her gavel. Listen, Tina, if love is blind, chat, are you ready for this? Chat, be ready. Tina, if love is blind, why is oh God, I can't say the word, lingerie so popular?
I'm busy with chat. I can't answer that right now. Look who just came in. Oh my goodness, it's Stacey Rogers. Hi, Stacey. Love you, girlfriend.
Tina, tell us about your lingerie so we can get going with the questions here.
Puddles. Hi, Puddles.
I told you this would fluster her.
Okay, I mean, is it really all that popular? I mean, given a guy's perspective, I mean, they just want you naked. They're gonna rip it off of you within 5 seconds anyway, because all they want is the nakedness.
I happen to appreciate the lingerie. Good Lord.
I have phonics classes Monday through Friday.
You know what? I keep taking names over there, lingerie. That's your whole name for the rest of the show.
Chat agrees.
All right. Thank you, lingerie. I'm going to turn things over to Angela Minter to start this interview.
Oh, heavens.
Okay. So first off, welcome in and thanks for joining us. If you could just share a little short introduction into yourself for those who are watching that may not know anything about you.
Sure. I've got a visual aid. Is that okay?
Yes,
Mhm.
I'll allow it.
Hi.
What the
My
hell?
name is
Hold on.
Dane. I'm a Capricorn. I like long walks on the beach, and I am from Alabama.
We can read the very bottom of your.
I will fix that.
Touche.
Good job.
I mean, she's not wrong, but
Played well.
To go to church now.
we all, yeah. So we all have a story as to how we found our way into the Disney YouTube community. Could you share with us how you found your way in?
So I made a promise when my daughter was born that we would take her to Disney World when she was 5 years old. And I had decided I'm running out of time. And so I started in August or September of 2017 researching Disney World. I mean, literally had no information, no knowledge. Asked the countless number of YouTube videos that I watched. It really started, I guess, Disney Food Blog was probably the one that I was getting a lot of information from. And then one day I come across some live streams. And of course, like most everybody else, Resort TV won.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, this is a great way to kind of see the parks in real time, get an idea of what it is, what the things are, what's available, what we should look for. And so it just one thing led to another, and I kept finding channels. And I'm one that will I'll watch a channel for a very long time before I ever chat to get a feel for the people, the community, if it's a right fit for what we're looking for how we want to see Disney, and to this day, I still watch a lot of channels, Ninja, especially if it's during the day, because I'm working and I can't chat. I can't do it. So, but I'll throw something on just as a distraction, sitting in my office, just throw some earbuds in and get my work done. So it's all escalated from there. Just one thing led to another. And now here we are in 2025 with annual passes and a whole lot of Disney trips under our belt. Nothing glamorous, just the same old story like everybody else.
I like it. That's good.
Yep.
That's great.
And I believe we're going to head over to Tina next.
Yes. All right. I have my own set of questions. But first, I just want to welcome in real quick. Pete already welcomed in Daily Fast Pass. But I also want to welcome in Stacey Rogers, James Bostrom, Amigo One, Puddles. And I only got as far as Puddles because I got thrown off by the question Pete asked me. And Eli Sluss and Blue Polo, welcome in, guys. All right. Miss Dane, I have some questions for you. The first one I have is you've patronized both Walt Disney World and Disneyland, which some of us have not had the opportunity to accomplish in our lives. Would you be so kind to describe for us the difference in each of the locations, what sets them apart in your eyes from the other, and if you have a preference on either one?
So first, let me clarify, and I should have clarified this when I sent the questionnaire. I was a kid, but I have a lot of memories when we went to Disneyland. It was just Magic Kingdom back then, of course. And a lot of the things I distinctly remember, of course, is the castle. That's the most amazing thing, especially to an aspiring princess like myself. And in case y'all didn't know. Uh, so that was really, but I think the thing, I mean, I can remember riding Splash Mountain. Haunted Mansion was the one thing that freaked my brain out, because you're in that stretching room thing, and I'm like, what in the name of Magnolia, Mississippi is happening here? Because you don't know. And so I was like lost. So there were several experiences there. My brother got pulled out in one of the parade, not parade, I guess not even a cow. Just people coming around. They were doing this thing, and they stopped in a certain area, and they were doing this like magic show. And my brother got pulled out and got to do that, and he wound up getting to get a stuffed animal for free from the Emporium, and he's younger than me, and so we went in there with him afterwards, and he felt bad that he was just getting one and I didn't get one, so they gave one to me too. He acted pitiful. So as far as that goes, but we have some lovely memories of that. And then of course, being semi-new, I mean, I know there are so many people in this community that have been part of Walt Disney World since conception, basically. And they have so many memories and tales, and have seen so many different transitions in the parks over the years, in addition and all that, it's lovely to hear all those stories and try to envision what they tell, and then seeing just some of the changes since we've started going. I think the thing that I love most about Walt Disney World is the parks, and the numerous parks. And I really want Villains Land, not all just area.
Yeah.
Sorry, Josh, calling me, and me and Josh tomorrow. I'm really thankful that they have that diversity, where you get to see a lot of different things in different parks and enjoy different things, depending on what your interests are. So I'm grateful for that.
Nice.
I'm super boring so far.
Yeah.
So,
no.
You know what though? Here's your chance to tell us some great stories, because I want to touch on a couple of these. I know that our viewers would want to hear, because I know that I do. I was told that you have a few magical and unexpected moments that you've experienced at the parks. Could you tell us about a few of these?
So on our very first trip, we were planning all these things, and I'm a very detailed researcher. Like I said, I had started in August or September of 17, and our trip was May of 18. So I had done diligent amounts of research. I had a binder about that thick of all the notes and things that I had taken. And I came across this thing called the Perfectly Princess Tea at the Grand Floridian. And so my daughter was 5 at the time, and Princess Aurora has been her jam. She was on the stairs staring at me. That's why I looked. And her girl, that has been her allegiance since day one. And so this is a tea where you went, and it was hosted by Briar Rose, which is supposed to be one of the roses in her. Anyway. So you go, and it was a formal tea, but you go, and they come in, and they give the girls a crown and a sash and a rose. It was this whole thing, and it was a very expensive experience just for the two of us.
Right.
And the grandparents chipped in, and you wound up with this like kind of American Girl sized doll and a swag bag. It was all sorts of stuff. So you got your bang for your buck. But at the end, Aurora comes in to surprise them, and then she parades them through Grand Floridian, and they take pictures. And of course, my kids was like right up there next to her in all the pictures. She wormed her way up there. So that was amazing to see that through her eyes. And then that same trip, our first day, we got to our hotel, and then we went over to Disney Springs, and we walked up, and there was just like when you come in through the bus drop off to the right, like you're going toward the World of Disney, there was just a little kiosk set up there. And my husband and I were like, we need a drink. So we walk up We walk up, and I look at the name tag that the cast member, and it's my hometown.
Wow.
I'm like, what? It's my hometown. And so we started talking to, like, we know the same people, and I mean, I'm not from a big town. We know the same people, but that was really cool. And then there was a time that there was the new email dolls. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Vivian had a mini one, and we had bought her a couple of outfits for it. And we were on the bus to Magic Kingdom. We get there, and we always sit in the back. That's our thing, sitting in the back. And so we get up and we walk out, and we start walking towards security, and she realizes that she left the mini on the bus. Just starts bawling. She's going to be a terrible mother. Nobody can give her any responsibility. She can't take care of it. I mean, it is a full-on meltdown. And I'm trying to pull her to the side, like just talk to her, not want to disturb anybody else's experience or anything like that. And I kind of get her settled, and we're going up to security, and she just, the waterworks, they're still coming. She's not loud or anything. She's just, the tears are still coming. And I'm leaned over talking to her, and we're trying to get up to security, and this manager security guy, he's in plain clothes. So he comes up and he's like, "Princess, what's wrong? There's no crying at Magic Kingdom." And I'm like, so she starts, just tore up, hyperventilating, trying to explain. So I'm translating. So he gets us through security and walks us to the Emporium and tells her to get another new emo and 2 outfits on the mouse.
Oh,
gotta love it.
So good. I love
Those
it.
are great stories. We love to hear.
It was very sweet. It was very sweet. We were very blessed.
That's awesome.
Disney magic right there. Oh
Love
my
it.
God.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Jen has a couple of questions for you, but before I pass it over to her, I want to welcome in a couple more people. Jordan's Disney Adventures, Koila Slushchenko. I'm so sorry. Hi, Koya. Welcome in. Oliver Garrett and Flygirl 517. All right. Oh, and Manny Uncanny. Welcome in. All right, Jen.
We should remind everybody that, hey, if you're having fun tonight, make sure you hit the like, of course, so that obviously Candy Mom will, let you be, because she is on it tonight for likes. Yeah. 2, make sure you're following these ladies on their Instagram. The Instagram, that's where they promote and they update when they go out, and hopefully when they're out doing their own things from time to time, they'll also post on there. So I would really encourage you to make sure moderators drop that link for the Instagram for the Triple C Club in. I'd really appreciate it. If you're brand new tonight, these ladies do every interviews every Sunday night. Make sure you're following and subscribed. We would really appreciate that. And Jen, back to you.
Okay, now I hear that there are a few experiences you've had relating to funny cast member moments. One including an incident at Pop Century that involved a bus driver, and the other one, a very unfortunate bathroom experience at the Brown Derby.
Oh.
Okay, would you be so kind as to elaborate on these 2 events for us?
Okay, so first, when I have my daughter and we're trying to get to the Perfectly Princess tea.
Okay.
We are running up, and so I have her with me, and my daughter is tiny. And so even though she was 5 at the time, we had brought a stroller, just like a little pop-up umbrella stroller, because I knew she would not be able to handle walking in the parks because she was so tiny. With all that, she's not gonna make it. So I had her just in it just to get it up to the bus. And so I was walking up, and I was trying to get into the line for the Magic Kingdom bus. And I walked through stupid chains. There's nobody else in line. I had to walk through this queue. And I'm like, dang it, I'm the line. So I'm like, Vivian, we're in the wrong line. So I was like, trying to get back out and get over. And nobody's out there. Just this one bus to go to Magic Kingdom. And the bus driver is standing at the steps. And I'm like, come on, hurry before he leaves. And so he has an accent. I'm just going to say, he has an accent of his own when he asked me, Georgia or Alabama? goes, "Are you from Georgia or Alabama?" And I said, "Alabama." He said, "Well, I knew it had to be one of the two." He had been there that long. He had been able to discern Southern dialects and accents to the particular state, which is a feat in and of itself. I mean, there are various accents as you go throughout the South, but
Yes,
one
there
thing
are.
we do have in common is elongated vowel sounds. That's Brown Derby. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, she said that's true. Okay. The Brown Derby. That wasn't in the too far distant past. We were having lunch there one day, and I had to go to the bathroom. Now, normally, my policy is, ladies, if you know, you know, I go as far away from the door as possible. Just let everybody else. But I'm like, this is not. I'm not gonna make it. So I popped in the first one that was open, and then I see two little feet come into the stall next to me. And I hear these two young girls chatting, and English is not their first language, but they speak some. I mean, they were switching back and forth.
Okay.
And so I'm like, they're friends, or sisters or cousins or whatever. Everybody's got to do what they got to do. And then suddenly I see feet going this way, which should be aligned with the position you should be on the potty, and then feet going this way, facing towards the potty. And then the feet facing towards the potty decided they needed to potty on the floor. While I'm wearing chacos.
Chacos are expensive to have pee on them. Just saying.
Gosh.
And again, this was the first time you met Myers and the Mouse? This was that?
Right.
Oh,
Also the same trip.
gotcha.
Also.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I was not happy. They walked out the same time I did to wash their hands. And I said, "Which one of you peed on my feet?" They acted like they couldn't speak English. I'm like, "I know I heard y'all speaking English. Come on, which one of you peed on my feet?"
Oh, wow.
Do I need to go find your parents? But they ran out without even, they didn't wash hands or nothing. They were gone. And they had just popped in there to use the restroom.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh my gosh.
I cleaned up best I could my feet, all the things with what I had in the bathroom. But then I had, wipes in my bag and all that kind of I was an unhappy camper. Very unhappy. But yeah, that happened. True story.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Oh my
That's
gosh.
true.
Yes.
So glad I asked.
Unfortunately, I really meant it.
Well, in parts of Europe, they just squat over a hole in the ground. So maybe they were.
That's what she did.
Just saying.
I was astounded, and there was room. There were free stalls. The little girl could have gone to. They were probably, I don't know, 9, 10, 11. They
old enough to know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Old enough to know better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I asked that question. Let's move on to the next question. Let's change this real quick. Let's talk about Epcot festivals. Let's talk about that for a second. Can you tell us what you enjoy about the festivals, and could you share any moments you might have from visiting any of the Epcot festivals?
So, I love all the festivals, and there's different things about the festivals that I love. Flower and garden, the topiaries and the flowers and all that. I mean, that hits my little gardening soul. Of course, food and wine it's food and wine that hits a lot of my soul in a lot of ways. The International Festival of the Holidays, I love that. The storytelling Santas, God, They are the best.
They're
The candlelight.
nice.
I just like Christmas is just my favorite holiday, and then Festival of the Arts. That's really special to me because I have a college friend that's a Disney artist. And so I try to come as much as I can during that time period to pick up a piece of his artwork and get him to sign it. And so a few years ago, well, about 5 years ago, no, 4 years ago, was the first time I had seen him since college. And so I walked up and, he's in his Disney artist mode or something. And I said, Will, it's Krista. And so he's like, what? He looked up and I was like, hi. So we had this college. It was really a great experience. And so he did all this extra artwork on the back of it for my daughter. And so every time we see him now, which we try to go, this was the first time in a long time that he hasn't been signed in. So I always try to pick up something from him and, just have that time with him. So
As a personal thing to save me an uncomfortable conversation with my boss, yes, I have tried to get this artist. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I've tried. I'll get back in touch with him if you would like.
Yeah, keep trying.
Okay. I will.
Nice.
I promise.
Okay, so we're going to keep on asking our guest, Dame Dystopia, some more questions. But first, we have something very important we need to talk about, and that is our drink of the week.
Oh,
the drink of the week. So, Angela, you want to lead us with the drink of the week?
I would love to, because it is the wonderful Grand Marnier orange slush over at which our lovely picture for tonight. Thank you to Disney Food Blog for the picture. Is found over in the France Pavilion and is always a festival favorite to sip on. And why don't you tell us a little about this lovely drink?
Dame, what do you like about this drink?
It's like an adult version of an Orange Julius. And it's delicious.
Mm.
That's it.
That's
It's
good.
I mean, it's manna. I can't help it. I'm not gonna apologize. It's delicious. Also, don't let Kelly have any because he drops the camera and kicks it.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, no, it's a true story. If he has an orange slushie at Epcot, he drops the gimbal and then kicks the camera over, and they're witnesses. It was a live stream.
Is it worse than
That
Mom
is
and Dad
pathetic. I
coffee?
can't imagine anybody doing anything stupid like that when you have one of these drinks.
I'm just saying.
It's ridiculous. I can't imagine it at all.
Apparently
True
can't take
story,
Kelly
and they're
anywhere.
witnesses.
I've never had that drink. So I don't know.
It's really good. It's light. It's easy. I like it. It's refreshing.
Sounds delicious.
No raw egg in this one, like the Orange Julius, then, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Very
Okay.
cool.
All right, let's jump over here first. Tina, you want to say hello to some friends? I just saw a special friend join us that we haven't seen in quite a bit. It was great to see.
Yes, we had the beautiful and extraordinary Miss Happily Ever Yachty join us. It's good to see you, Yachty. And we had Teresa Squaro and pop into the chat. So welcome, ladies.
Welcome in.
Hope you're doing
Awesome. Stacy, I've never had that drink. I don't know anything about that drink. So, all right, let's go down here to the fun questions. Fun questions. Miss Jen, you're going to ask our guest first. Go ahead.
Okay, this is an easy one. If there was a theme song for your life, what would it be and why?
You would think that would be the easy question. It's not.
Okay, sorry.
I thought I did. I put a lot of time into thinking like what encompasses me as a person, and we've all got parts of ourselves that some people know, some people don't. You're different people with different friends. And then of course, there's some people that know all your skeletons. So I can't decide what the song should be for my life up to this point, but I did decide what I want it to be in the end, and I want it to be "It Is Well With My Soul."
Okay,
Nice.
that's a good one. I like that.
See, that
Good
was
answer.
easy.
That's a good
That
one.
was a great answer.
It only took us 20 minutes to get there, but that was fantastic. Angela, you're up.
In your opinion, what is the best cult classic movie?
The Godfather.
That
Amen.
now.
1 and 2.
Thank you. Ignore
3
3
sucks.
because it's a mess.
3
Thank you.
sucks. 1 and 2.
There we go.
And
Now,
not
Barry-
because of Pete.
Hey. That's a great movie, though.
I love those movies.
Drop the gun, grab the cannolis.
Which is
Stephanie-
not good advice these days, but back then, yeah, sure.
Absolutely. Steph, you're up.
All right. What season could you live in all year long?
Summer.
Summer.
Oh.
I figured if you're
Absolutely.
close to the beach in Alabama, it's probably summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Tina. There's a question you get to ask. It's about lingering.
This is what I get when I create the questions for everybody else, and then I say to Pete, "Can you make a question for me and Dane, please?" And this is what he does. Serves me right. All right, Miss Dane. If love is blind, why is lingerie so popular?
Because lust is not blind.
That's a good answer. Good response. I'll take that. That's a good response.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Boom.
Yep.
That's a well-educated
there.
response where you're not telling us that everybody's just trying to get naked. Thank you. That's amazing there. So,
Excuse you.
Steph, I think you're up. I got to get out of here before I get in trouble.
Yeah, okay. Later. All right, here we go. I think most of us can admit that we've all had a passion for collecting something of the Disney persuasion. Can you share with us any Disney merch that you absolutely love?
So I have a small, not Jenna or Ivone level collection of mostly ears and some lounge flies. I like because you don't get to wear crap like that anywhere else, and it's fun to me. And I don't know, it's just something fun to wear, and it's been a while since I've bought anything because I haven't found anything that really hits my soul and my passion. But those headband stands that they use at department stores, or they'll display bracelets or whatever. So I've got about 3 of those stacked fairly deep.
Wow.
Nice.
I've got a Lloyd's of London policy on them.
Did you say we're not allowed to wear our lounge flies other places? I wear mine all the time.
I didn't say not allowed. It's just frowned upon at my workplace. Other than that,
I'm glad I
Which is
work at a school because they're okay with it.
my ears live at my office, but they frown upon me actually like wearing them.
People, where's their sense of humor? Okay.
They need to lower
And
their
joy. Where's their joy? Right. Okay. Question number 2. All of us have been influenced in some way or another by others in our lives, whether it's Disney or outside of Disney. Is there anyone in your life who has made a huge impact on who you are as a person, or that's influenced your love for the mouse?
So, my family, and I mentioned this when I was born. I had 2 great grandparents, 5 great grandparents, 4 grandparents, and of course my parents. I was 32 when I lost my last great grandparent, and I lost my last grandparent in 22. Well, I've been influenced with a lot of love, and I'm spoiled. And then another highly influential person in my life was my high school principal. And he had quite the storied past before he became a high school principal. He played back then, Division II college football. Went on to the NFL, played for the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. He had a fairly successful career in the 50s and the 60s. Back then, of course, they didn't pay, what they pay now or anything like that. But he was the first winner of the Jim Thorpe Trophy.
No way.
And then the Division II equivalent of the Heisman is named after him.
Wow.
And he was a high school principal. And
That's cool.
That's awesome.
he knew us all by name, knew my family. He'd grown up with my grandfather. He knew everything about me. And so he was like a second father to me. And I was blessed to have him. And he was an amazing, amazing man. Now, a lot of the kids in my school didn't like him because he was a rather intimidating figure. Very tall, wore sunglasses in school. In the school when you weren't supposed to. And so when you got called to the principal's office, he had an ashtray in his desk and he would put a cigarette in it and close it and smoke would billow out of it. It was a very dramatic effect for a bunch of teenagers that were scared out of their mind of this huge man to begin with. But that never happened because I was a good kid.
Oh my gosh.
He had quite the powerful presence.
Wow.
Cool. Love it.
So you're a big Roll Tide fan, huh?
I am.
Yes. Cool. All righty. So I'm going to ask Tina if she's had any more viewers come in.
Yeah, we just had 2 amazing friends join us. We had Dave's Disney Dreams and Miss Kay will be. Welcome in, guys.
Hello.
Okay. And Jen, I think you're next on our questions.
Yeah, I think it's time to switch things up a little bit here. I recently learned a few things about you, and I'd really love to bring some light to this for all to hear.
Okay.
So the first thing is, can you tell us a little bit about you having a JD and explain what that is exactly? And the second, okay, you had spent more time in the back seat of a patrol car than most hardened criminals.
Oh, hold on. I have a question.
What's that story?
Before you answer, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Hard time in the back of a patrol car. Have you had more than Regina Erie or less than? That way I can balance out.
Of a patrol car?
Yeah. Regina Erie's in a patrol car left and right.
I got about 12 years plus.
Oh my God. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, you win.
Okay.
So
Okay,
a
go ahead.
JD. Y'all. I can't. So a JD is a doctorate of jurisprudence. It's
Okay.
a law degree.
Law degree.
So-
Awesome.
I have a law degree.
Woo.
I am no lawyer, but I have a law degree.
Okay.
I'm a retired family law mediator. And I've done some other things. I never wanted to be a trial attorney or anything like that. I prefer the research, but yes, I have a law degree.
Okay. Very cool.
Cool.
Very cool.
As for the back seat of a patrol car, my dad was in law enforcement. That's how I got back and forth to school, to football games, to dances, to God knows whatever else happened at school.
Regina wins then. Regina wins.
Regina's winner.
I mean, he would pick us up, he would drop us off, depending on what shift he was working. Sometimes we hung out at the jail, and I just wandered back there, to the women's side because they let me, they didn't care. And I'd take some chips and Cokes to my favorite, inmates, and just, I just hang out and chat with them, it's
Your favorite inmates. I love it.
yeah, my favorites. Don't you have favorites?
Yeah, we all have favorite inmates.
I mean, you
can't say I
don't
don't
have
have-
you're like, talking to people. They're like all nice to you and stuff, just like, here, y'all want some chips? I mean, they did it because I brought them chips, but I don't care. I had favorites. That's true. It's all
Yes.
true.
I bet the young teenage men were a little bit intimidated by you coming.
Yeah,
to
I didn't
school.
get a lot of dates.
Yeah.
I didn't. No, they were all scared of my dad.
Well, A little birdie told me that you've flown across the country in a P-51 style plane that was made back in the 40s,
Wow.
I have.
inhabiting places like the Grand Canyon, among others. Can you tell us about this journey and maybe some other places?
So, I mean, my husband's in the next room, but he knows the story. I was dating a guy, and he was a pilot, and his grandfather actually, they're called Swift, SWIFT planes, and they were built in the 40s. They were to mimic the style of the P-51 fighters for those pilots, you know, that had fought in the war, and it was to go into private flying, you know, to give them some fun and I guess whatever. So his grandfather was part of that and had built those planes. And so he had bought one, and it was a part of a community. And they decided to do a fly-in. They had done several fly-ins, like one in Florida is called Sun and Fun. One in Wisconsin is called Oshkosh. Then there was one just for that community, and they flew all the way out to, God, I can't remember the name of the town in California. So it's a 2-seater, and then you have to, it's weight restricted. I mean, there's only so much luggage you can bring. It's not like jumping on Delta and throwing whatever you want to. Because there's just a little shelf back behind the seats where you put your luggage. And it had a stick, like a fighter plane, not a yoke, like a traditional plane. And so you fly in legs, and you go to places. And so when we flew out of Santa Fe, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I'd have to look again. We flew down, and I never got to fly. I got to fly a lot. I never got below ground effect, and I never got, if it was below ground effect, I never got to fly. So anything above that, I could fly. So I flew through the beginning of the Devil's Canyon, and then down to the Grand Canyon, and we looped around. We tried to do Monument Valley, but the thermals were really bad on the way out. So when we came back, we timed it so we could come through in the morning where the thermals wouldn't be so bad. And we flew around the monuments of Monument Valley, and that was really, really cool.
Very cool.
Wow. Were you scared?
No, I actually have like 40 hours. I could have used that as training time and just taken a few private lessons and done takeoff and landings. And it's a tail dragger, so you have to do S turns to see. You're not up level like a regular plane with the wheel underneath the tail. The tail sits back, so you S turn so you can see as you go.
Wow, that's really cool. Can't say a lot of us have done that.
Yeah.
All right. How about we move on now to Tina and see what Tina has?
Sure. So before I get to my questions, I just want to welcome in Dave Stragan real quick. All right. So my first question is, you, and I'm going to try not to get emotional of this because you have an incredible story that involves your daughter. This is a topic that I think isn't talked about enough in this world. And I guess I was just kind of wondering if you would like to share the story with everyone.
Sure. I'll try to condense it. It was a long journey. Jonathan and I married late in life. You know, we weren't 22, late 30s. So we, started trying to conceive, and we went through a lot. Some procedures and some other things and some losses. I worked with a very amazing doctor, and this doctor, let me tell you, y'all, his country's cornbread. You'd walk into his office and you'd think, wait, am I in a doctor's office or a vet's office? And the man wore cowboy boots. But I adored him. We got to the point where we were monitoring closely things, and the time came, and he wanted to try a procedure on me called intrauterine insemination, turkey baster theory. And it was Christmas Eve, and he didn't want us to wait another month. So he and his ultrasound tech, who had grown up with my husband and they had known each other their whole lives, they came in on Christmas Eve and did this procedure. And so 2 weeks later, I come back for some blood tests and some other things and an ultrasound. And if y'all have never seen an ultrasound very early in a pregnancy, it looks like Pong. Remember Pong? The little
it's crazy
thing, and then there's a little bit. That's so there was nothing at that time. Of course, it was 2 weeks. And so the blood tests were indicating, positive signs. And so we just kept going. I had ultrasounds every 2 weeks. I mean, twice a week, every week. At 5 weeks, 6 days, we saw the heartbeat, and I reached over and touched the monitor, and I said, "Hi, Vivian."
That's awesome.
I knew it was her. I knew it was her in my heart. I knew it, and we were cautious. I was on some medications to help me to the pregnancy. We were very cautious in the approach. We waited a while before we said anything because of our past experiences. Sorry. Anyway, so fast forward. At 20 weeks, they wanted me to go to Vanderbilt to have a 4D ultrasound because I refused to take this blood test that would determine if your child had genetic issues. Because I'm like, this is my child. I don't care. And it had a high false positive rate for mothers over a certain age. So I was considered a geriatric OB patient, which they could kiss anyway, over that. So we went to Vanderbilt. The doctor, after talking to us for 20 minutes, telling me all the things that could be wrong. And by the way, my mom taught special needs kids. I was very well aware of the things that could happen, and I didn't care. That's my kid. That's my baby. Right. So then he finally says, well, she's fine. She's normal. 10 fingers, 10 toes. I'm like, you spent 20 minutes working me up into something that wasn't even, I swear to God, if I didn't good news, I would have throttled that man. So 24 weeks, she decided she started wanting to come. She was upside down in the birth canal. I had to go on bed rest. I was on bed rest for 11 weeks. During that time, there was a trip to Vanderbilt while Jonathan was in St. Louis, which is a whole different story because he hadn't gone to bed yet. He'd been out hanging with his friends, if you know what I mean, in St. Louis. A couple of other trips. And then at 35 weeks, she was losing blood flow and was hitting food to thrive. And so she was better out than in. And luckily, because she had started trying to come so early, I had been able to have 2 rounds of the steroid shots to help inflate her lungs. And so we went in and on a Thursday night and induced, and she was born the next day, 3 pounds, 13 ounces. And we took her home the next day. No NICU, no nothing. No nothing. We took her home. She's fine. And if you've seen my kid on any of the streams, you couldn't tell. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know that she was 5 weeks premature. You wouldn't know. She's a straight A student. She's doing great. I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Love it.
Yeah, she's definitely a miracle baby. Sorry. Like, we got the waterworks going.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. It's just, I'm blessed.
Not your fault. I wanted to make sure that you told that story because I think that's a beautiful story.
It is a beautiful story, and a lot of beautiful comments in the chat that you can check out a little later. And also, and I'd like to point out that Kelly waited till you talked about getting pregnant to come in, but that's besides
the point. He really did. But also, before I just real quick.
Kelly, go away.
He came right at the wrong time too. It was like right when you started that story, he's all goofing off, and there you are being all like sentimental and serious. He comes in like a wrecking ball. Sorry.
Jerk what?
Oh gosh. All right. This is my last question. This is the last question before we get to our channel promotions for you. And I would be completely remiss if I didn't cap this interview off talking about someone in this community so very dear to not only you, but countless others. And it's Lily's life. I want to touch on a little bit about this. I understand there's a weekly hangouts with her and her family, which are often broadcast on Cake's channel, which he told me exclusively they're going to be once a month. And so I'm super excited about that. So if the mods can drop his channel and Lily's channel, I'd really appreciate that. And, besides multiple trips down to the mouse house with beautiful stories that you guys share, can you tell us a little bit about Lily and what her and this amazing group of friends means to you? And can you share your favorite Lily story with us?
So I met Lily. I had officially met her. I had seen her on March and the Mouse with Kelly and Yvonne. And I had met her. It was MLK weekend. Gosh, what was it? 22? I don't know. It was freezing. Anyway, it was cold. It was cold enough. It was cold enough. Just drive by people at my house. Don't worry about it. It was cold enough to freeze the hinges off the gates of Hades. Honey, I'm in an interview, okay? She don't care. So anyway, we had ridden Big Thunder Mountain with Hogarth. Sean and Tasha were there too. And so we're walking off, and then Lily zooms by to scare Yvonne and Kelly. And so that was the first time I met her. I got to talk with Ken and Jenny, her parents, and we chatted a lot, and Lily was hanging out. And that was the night she hit 300 subscribers. So she was super excited. And that just, that was just amazing to be there. And so over time, just building up that relationship, and trying to be supportive of Lily. And just what really started it was Cakes and Mandy, because they also stopped to talk to Yvonne and Kelly. And they saw Lily coming, and they walked off and didn't say anything to Lily. So she's mortally offended and reminds them of that often. They do. The child forgets nothing, and she uses it against them. So over time, that has developed into a weekly Monday night, girl, quit slamming that refrigerator, FaceTime call with all of us. And then a couple of weeks ago, Cakes was playing around, and he decided to go live. Well, that went off the rails. And next thing you know, Kelly and Yvonne are joined. I don't even know how this happened. So that happened, and then we tried just Cakes playing around. So we've decided that only once a month we will Cakes will stream our Monday night call with Lily. So you never know where it's going to go. It's continuously off the rails, but it's good times. We adore her and we love her. And my favorite, absolute, hands down favorite Lily story was, and we knew it was happening behind the scenes. There might have been some plotting and scheming. Was a day, wasn't there a hurricane coming back last fall? She was posted up where Cake Spot is, which is where Kelly streams the parades, and Ken was with her, and she had this sign, and Kelly had come around like Sleepy Hollow and saw Lily there, and was like she's not gonna get me, so he went back around and was gonna come around. Well, Ken was across the street, and we're all like texting flying, like, tell her to turn. So Ken had seen Kelly, and so he had Lily turn, and she's holding up this sign that says, keep moving, Myers.
That's great.
Spot taken, buddy. Spot's taken. I laughed so hard I couldn't breathe. I was like, good job, Lily. Good job.
That's great.
Good for her.
Oh gosh. All right. Before I pass it over to Angela, I want to welcome in. Obviously, we already gave Myers and the Mouse a very warm welcome. Not. Want to welcome in Simpa 2, Robert Spry, It's Me, David T, and William. All right, final segment. Angela, talk to us.
So each week we ask our enhancers and creators in the community content that they love. So Miss Dame has provided us with 3 channels that she wishes to shout out, and they include Emily D. Baker, Charlotte Dobre, and Mr. Ballin. If you could share with us a little bit as to what we can find over on Mr. Ballin and what brings you over there, we'd appreciate it.
So I purposefully went, hey, stop that. Is that popcorn? Turn that off.
I feel
I
like
went with
I'm talking to
non-Disney.
Stephanie. It's an hour-long show. Just
I went with Jesus, Mary Joseph. I went with non-Disney channels because I didn't want to pick. I didn't want anybody to feel left out. Certain channels know exactly how I feel about them, and so I know they're not going to be offended. So Charlotte Dobre is one that I found. She's funny. She's Canadian. She does reaction videos. Oh, Jesus, there goes the bleeping popcorn. She does reaction videos and Emma the you know what videos, and she's funny. She's got a good moral compass. Her reactions are it's easy, it's fun, it makes me laugh. Emily D. Baker is one of my favorite YouTube creators. She is the kind of creator of Law Nerds, which I know some people in this group are fans of, and I'm not saying names, Candy Mom. She's a former prosecutor out of Los Angeles. She's an attorney. She lives here in Tennessee, south of Nashville, and she does trial coverage and breakdowns of trial coverage. She's in her intro, she'll tell you, she's a big fan of the cursey words, which doesn't offend me in the least. And I've tried to edit myself here, but her approach to the law and how she breaks it down is very appeasing to us that have narrow, spicy brains. And even though I do have a law degree, I really like hearing her take on things, which generally aligns with mine. And breaking down some really, really high profile trials. And so that is why I adore her. And then there's Mr. Ballin. And I had a hard time deciding between him and the Y-Files. The Y-Files is my favorite conspiracy debunking conspiracy channel. Mr. Ballin is a former Navy SEAL. His stories are called Strange, Dark, and Mysterious, and they're all true stories. He breaks them down, and he has a wonderful gift for storytelling. His voice is very smooth and even. It's very pleasing to listen to. You can just listen because he's just telling a story. You don't have to actually watch the video. You just can listen to it. And he has some off branches of his main channel. There's some bedtime stories, medical mysteries, war stories. His podcast, it's a whole thing. And he is amazing to listen to. So if you enjoy that kind of genre, he's the guy for you. And all his stories are true, all of them.
Nice.
Wow.
And that one was Mr. Ballin, everybody, for that last
Mr. Ballin, yeah.
one. Okay, cool. All right. Where are we going, Miss Tina?
Well, that was Angela's section, but I do have a couple people to welcome in if
That's
you
what I
don't
thought.
mind.
That's what I was getting ready to ask.
All right, so we had KJ Dino 13, Mr. Mike Wheeler, Bellabin Channel, and Disney Nerd Herders. Welcome in, guys.
Welcome in, welcome in. All right, Miss Steph, can you do a quick recap for me?
Now, I'd love to. Alrighty, so tonight we had a delightful and hilarious show with Miss Dame Dystopia. And our first highlight tonight is that we took a deep dive into our friend and our chatter and our mod that we know as Dame Dystopia. Dame shared some of her amazing and hilarious stories at Disney with us and some of her favorite collections and some of her biggest life's influences. She's also shared some new facts that we didn't know before, like being law royalty and flying across the country in a super cool aircraft, and the beautiful story about her baby girl.
Yes.
And we cannot forget about the tasty drink of the week, which I totally want to try. It's called the Grand Marnier Orange Slush, and you can find that at Les Vins des Chefs de France. And I encourage everyone to please leave a comment for the show tonight and thoughts of our what you thought about the interview and our beautiful princess, Miss Dame Dystopia.
I agree. Make sure you're following. Tina's done a great job writing this week's show. And Tina, how about tell us about next week's guest?
I would love to. Before I do that, I want to welcome in Paige C, which is Mr. Cakes' sister.
Nice
sister,
to meet you, Paige.
Not from another Mr. J Grubs. Welcome in, guys. All right, so let's talk a little bit about next week. All right. So next week's guest may be new to our local community, but she's already made a huge impact in the Disney social media world.
Yes.
You can find our guest on Instagram with over 20,000 followers, on TikTok where she's built a community of 71,000 strong, and she's got a growing presence on Facebook as well. Her YouTube channel is all about theme parks, travel, and popular vacation destinations. She's there to open up your world and bring you along for the adventure. On her channel, she gives you her best tips and tricks, tours, honest reviews, and so much more. So you have all the information that you need and know how to get the most out of your trip. Join us next week as we welcome our very first time on our channel, Demi from Magical Hijinks.
Which she also has now 23,000 followers on YouTube as well. So she is hammering social media. And I'm real excited about that one because she is doing what you ladies do each week here on Sunday. She is crushing social media. And I'm very, very excited about that. So that'll be a great interview. As we do our final thoughts of the week, as you're listening to the ladies and our guest on the final thought, make sure you're following our the Triple C Instagram, if you would. It would mean a lot to us if you did that as we're dropping that in. Also want to make sure you check out all the suggested channels. We've been dropping those links in the chat throughout the night there for her suggested ones. And of course, tonight we did a special shout out or acknowledgement for both Cakes and Lily. All of those have been dropped in the chat as you're hearing a final thought. Let me throw it over. We'll do our guest after you. So we'll go ladies first. Jen, you want to start us up tonight?
I do. We didn't talk enough about.
Hold on. I just screwed something up. I'm not supposed to go to you first. I'm supposed to go to the hotline. The hotline's on. Excuse me. Hello, hotline.
Caller.
Hello, hotline. Kelly, I'm in the middle of an interview. What are you up to?
All I know is the mute's off, and I just saw what she said. So, I just wanted to say about this incredible individual that you have on your amazing show tonight.
Thank you.
Ladies, you've done just an amazing job.
Mm-hmm.
You're so awesome.
They have.
But I have to say that Mama Mouse and I are so happy that you had this amazing individual on. This is a person with the best sense of humor. craziest accent I've ever heard, but is amazing and a good-hearted person. So when you see me give her a hard time, know it's from the bottom of my heart, because Mom and I absolutely love this individual and her family. Just wanted to take a second to say that, because I know she was scared to death I was going to tell some of her deep, deep, dark secrets.
You and I had an agreement you weren't going to do that.
I need to stop signing these contracts you send me.
Yep. That's a good thing. It just says sign here, and it's a good thing. All right. Thank you for calling in. Kelly.
Thanks, Kelly.
Kelly. Listen, go and ask Ivone what she lip sync. I'm sure Ivone would love to tell you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Bye.
Will do.
Bye.
Heat.
I have no idea how that happened. I'm sorry. Jen?
I don't think we spoke enough tonight about your YouTube channel reaching 100 subscribers. And
No, we covered it. We covered it.
no, listen, I got something I want to say.
Okay.
You know, we're here doing this interview, and as a testament to you, you had over 100 people in here watching you, honey. I mean, you've got something to say. People want to hear it, and they love you. So none of this, no videos on my channel. You need to. People love you, and they want to hear you and hear everything you have to say. And I'm so happy that you were on here and you opened up to us, laughs, tears, all of it. And I just want to say thank you. You did a great job.
Thank you so much.
Well said. Steph?
So thank you so much for being on the show tonight. You're actually just absolutely precious, and loved all your stories and the laughter, and your personality is just awesome. So thanks again. I can't wait to maybe meet you down in Disney sometime. So
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Angela?
Thanks for joining us. It's been great getting to know all these stories and that you've shared with all of us, and it just shows the lovely person that you are, so that we can get to see who you are, not just in chats, but you know who you are.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well said. Tina? Last word
So-
from Canada.
Do I sound like I have a Canadian accent?
It's not Alabamian, I can tell you that.
No, it is not. Far from. Miss Dame Dystopia is an OG. I've seen her name in Resort TV 1 and Myers and the Mouse chats when I first came into this community back in, 2019, 2020. And she was a staple. She was always there, and she was always supporting, and always a bright light. And I've gotten to know her over these past 5 years, and I can't believe it's 6 years now. My goodness gracious, where did that time go? But it has been absolute honor and privilege to be able to call you my friend and be able to sit here and write this interview for today. I told Pete as soon as he booked you, I was like, I'm on that, and I was super excited. I don't know who I jumped faster at, Jeff Condon's interview or yours.
Jeff Condon's, but I'm okay with it because I would have too.
So exactly.
I was concerned because I didn't know what she wanted to be on.
Well, it would be different for each one, but I totally kidding. I just every week, I'm in awe that I get to sit in the seat and hang out with these amazing people, all my peers, and interview just the most incredible human beings on the planet. And it's been great. You are not boring. You are absolutely fantastic tonight, and I want to hear more stories. That's all I have to say is I need more of Dame Dystopia.
Love it.
I signed NDAs, Tina.
Dame, I'll let you go first, and then I'll tidy things up here.
I just want to thank. I'm honored. I'm grateful. Thank you for having me and for taking the time to. ask the questions, that would hopefully give people something to listen to and enjoy. I'm grateful and I'm humbled, and just from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Before I hit mine, a couple of quick things. I want to remind everybody that, again, we've been talking about the Triple C Insta all night. They've been working hard to keep this up, so please make sure you're following the Triple C Insta. Also, the Triple C show is now available on podcast on this channel. So if you're at home during the day or at work and you're looking for something to listen to, there's 81 episodes after tonight. If you haven't seen them all, go over, hit that podcast link up, and check it out and see what all the talk is over here. These ladies crush it each week. Also want to remind everybody that I will be live tonight at 10:45 after the baseball game. Disney Insomniacs. I got some new highlights, some updates, some surprises, some announcements, a couple good things, and 5 new channels that we're going to highlight tonight. 10:45 right here. Come on over and join me for a little bit tonight. Dame, when I started this journey, obviously you know how close Kelly and I are.
Yes, sir.
And when I started this journey, and I don't know if he'll remember back to this because I was sitting right over there looking at that wall one night. We were doing baseball or football, me, him, and Jeff. And, they were giving me the hard time about, trying to get to the 1,000 subscriber mark and everything. And I said to Kelly sitting there, I said, the numbers on that thing is great, but I think the more important thing will be when somebody comes in to follow my channel or to be a part of my channel or do things like people that follow you. People that come into your chat because they love Myers and the Mouse. They want to be a part of that community. They want to get to know them. They want to tell other people about how great they're doing. Dame, I can say when you came into my channel, you were one of those people that I looked to over in Kelly's thing, and it was never jealousy. It was always, I looked at my friend with a lot of pride as to what they were doing and kind of said, I hope I can be like Kelly someday. And to have you come over and be a part of our community and be part of the laughter and the fun and everything we do. And I know you've been shouting us out and helping out. I love that. And I thank you for the fact of,
Pleasure.
I love the fact of too, what you do for Lily. I've said it to Kelly many a times when you realize the challenges that those of disability face, and I became more aware of it when I became part of that community. You realize that they're beautiful human beings. They're just looking for love,
right.
And I love the fact that what you guys are doing, you and Cakes. I mean, and Cakes is confused. He's a Reds fan, but other than that, he's pretty good.
So is my husband. He's sitting there.
Well, he can't get to me. I'm okay. You got a judge's mallet. Hit him if he comes in. Protect me. Yeah, so you go. Whack him. Whack-a-mole. Your husband.
There might be other things in the house, but we won't talk about that.
You and Tina, this is trouble. I just want to say thank you so much for all you do. Thank you for doing this show. And I want to echo Jen's comments at the beginning. We joked around about 100 followers, and I may or may not have told people you were doing a half-naked belly dancing video when you got to 100. I think I heard that somewhere. I could have said that. I'm not sure. It might not have been.
I wonder where you heard that, Pete.
It might not have been me.
I just wonder where that came from.
I'm not sure where that came from. But to Jen's testament, there was 100 people consistently in here tonight, hanging out, being a part of it. The chat was absolutely on fire and hysterical. Kelly called in live, which we don't usually have people do that, but his compassion and love for he has compassion. Because when he first came in, if you go back and watch the chat, his first came in and said, I got a lot of things I want to say right now, but this story about her daughter is beautiful, and I'm going to sit tight and keep quiet. And that's what I'm talking about. It's compassion and caring for you. So go back and take a look at these comments. They've been amazing throughout the night. Keep being you out there. I thank you for doing it. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, Magical Demi's going to be coming in. I met her down at one of the festivals. She's absolutely killing it across all social media. So I hope you'll be here to join and meet a new friend. Come by tonight for Insomniacs. Check out our friends all throughout the week. You can find them all there. Kelly is one of our partner channels. Will be live this week. Ivone will be live this week. Kelly will probably be there, but go over, check them out. It's a good time. We appreciate that. Thank you, ladies, for being here tonight. Don't forget, next week, I'm allowed to tease people. It's the only time I'm allowed to do it. Next week, we got a brand new opening coming. It's going to be pretty good. I think it's going to be pretty good. And we should probably talk to Paul before we...
No, God! You got a smile that makes the sun